we've been very successful in managing the COVID virus, as you know. As of yesterday's data, we had 1,859 COVID patients. Of course, a lot of them have recovered. About 1,122 have already recovered. But if you look at the COVID patients, you would see a significant portion of imported patients, 557, and what we call the Navy cluster of about 903. The last patient from the community reported was on the 30th of April. So with that in mind, having success on that side, we actually gradually opened up for domestic tourism. We have a very detailed guideline, runs into about 90 odd pages, on permits actually the banquets, domestic tourism, and so on. 1st of August, we've decided to open the airport, and some have asked the question, why not July? But also the reason is that we have lots of Sri Lankans who, for whatever reason, is more comfortable to come back to Sri Lanka. So we are giving that opportunity June, July for our own Sri Lankans to get back. The detailed guideline, which is running into 90 odd pages, is given now to the industry, and we are actually going through a certification process. We are at the moment trying to select, actually, there are two international auditing firms that have bid. So we are going through the process of procurement and going through the evaluation process. So after that is done, we will start certifying hotels. The procedure, I have to say, is a little stringent because of the fact that this is kind of led by the health ministry, if you like, in terms of the guidelines. So there's multiple PCR tests to be done. But the good news, unlike some other countries, is that we are not looking to quarantine tourists when they come in. So that is the first point. It's open on 1st of August. We will be not quarantining any tourists, and that we will be having multiple PCR tests. And of course, the protocols that hotels, not only hotels really, it's a all of government approach, because it is all the sites, the restaurants, so we have done a detailed guideline, and we have actually implemented most of it, except the hotels which we have not certified, the accommodation checks. But public are very much aware, people are wearing their masks, the keeping social distance, and because we've been locked down for about 2 months. So we are really quite confident. Yes, the initial tourists, I think, would be more so the expat Sri Lankans, possibly, who are already contacting us and looking to get back home, if you like. But I think that going forward, tourists will look at, there are so many areas that they would look at. First, they would look at where they are and what are the restrictions they have in their own countries. Some of their own countries have put quarantine and so on. So they would have to look at their own countries and government's regulation. Then, of course, they will look at the airlines, and this is going to be key, the direct flights. So we are in touch. Actually, we met with the airlines, and all of the airlines who already were flying to Sri Lanka have given their commitment to continue with their flights. And actually, we have additional requests for charter flights coming in. Actually, with COVID, what happened was we actually increased the number of international airlines also in Sri Lanka to 5. Now we have additional airport in Ratmalana, so that's 5. Potential guest point of view, he'll have to look at what's happening in his country. He will have to look at the airline he's coming in, and whether there's direct connectivity, which will be critical going forward. What Sri Lanka has done, and I think there we have done really well, and most Sri Lankans, most of us are very proud of what we have achieved. And then they would possibly look at what is the medical facilities in Sri Lanka and how we've handled that. The global promotion campaign was approved by the cabinet, as you may know. It was the first time the 5-year plan was approved by a government. So that was approved actually, and already the process of the terms of reference, all that is actually being done, because it's a government is involved, obviously. So there's a procurement process, evaluation committee, all appointed and so on. So we are proceeding on with that. We are not going to really go for a really hard marketing campaign right now. I don't think this is really the right time to do this. So we are basically with Sri Lankan Airlines, we have a joint promotion campaign. We are actually looking at an approach where we inform the world we are safe, which we are, and we have a very stringent procedure, which lots of people have complained about. But we have no choice. We have to do that because first, our citizens safety is paramount. So we need to make sure our citizens are safe, and then our guests who visit us are safe. So it's a stringent guideline. We will tell the world we are open, we are ready to welcome you. We will have a stringent procedure. However, if you come to Sri Lanka, you can make sure that when you leave, you don't have COVID. You will have a country where you can come back, because we are looking at also giving 5-year multiple entry visa going forward, which the government has said they would do that. And after the elections, we will be looking at giving 5-year multiple entry 6-month stay. Basically, what we've done is that the cabinet has actually approved it yesterday, where all in the industry, everyone who's registered, whether you're a hotelier, DMC, a travel agent, restaurant, whatever, registered with us, basically you will be able to get a loan for your staff as long as you have paid the employee's tax. That loan you will get for 6 months to pay your 6 months salary at 4% interest, and the loan will be for a period of 5 years and with a grace period of 2. That's the first one. Number 2 is we've given extensions on utility bills. We've given extensions on insurance, if you have taken leases and so on. We have given extension of 1 year for anybody who has taken a lease for tourism. We have also looked after the tour guides and drivers and given them a one-off payment. So yes, a very comprehensive, I don't want to get into the detail, but very comprehensive cabinet paper was approved yesterday. We are now in the process of implementing it. I think what a tourist is now looking for is probably not big cities. Looking for nature, slow travel, wellness, which we are really going, actually EU is helping us with the wellness, because our local Helavedakama Ayurveda, which we scale up because we don't have enough product, frankly. So we're going to scale up on the wellness, wildlife, frankly, we are an island that everything you need post-COVID is there. It's the beaches, the wildlife, the forests and everything. So yeah, we are really quite positive, and we've used this opportunity also to create with UNDP and our government technology company, which has not been there before. So it's creating new opportunity, COVID, really. And I think from the technology side, I think we can really move forward. I think there's opportunity for us with technology. And our hotel industry, I mean, they're used to health and safety. I mean, hospitality industry, they're used to this. So I don't believe that it will be a huge challenge for them to implement the guidelines. And I am looking forward to first possibly our domestic travel, our expats coming in. You mentioned in your introduction China, yes, for sure. And we are looking at, in discussion with another country, in creating a corridor, which looks very positive. And I will not mention it right now because there are some meetings actually I have to go for now on this. So yes, we are working on some very positive initiatives with other countries.